So hello everyone, it's your girl Gel Beauty 87 here, aka Grace, and today we are going to get into another battle of love because I don't know how to do anything else like I've talked about before. No, but today I got the Soul Body face and body makeup versus the Dior face and body makeup. I feel like y'all knew this was eventually gonna come. I had forgot to buy this when it initially launched, or I should have got it then. My bad. But when I bought the cherry palette, it's over there in the bed. I was trying to see if it was with me. I was like, we can go ahead and test out each one of these. Plus, I hate to say it, but I'm at the point where I'm doing like filler content, because if you all did not know, well, obviously you wouldn't know. But my grandmother died today, so I'm trying to get as many videos shot at her house as I can before I, have to go to my house and help my mom pack her things there, and then start packing here as far as packing more things to leave with. But I forgot how much this retails for. I want to say it was 15 bucks. Don't quote me. And it has 3 fluid ounces in it, whereas the Face and Body by Dior has 1.6 fluid ounces, and I believe this is like 30 or 40 bucks. But I mean, it's Dior. What did you expect? So I already have the Dior Face and Body Primer on, because I figured we could use somebody's primer, and I didn't feel like using the, what is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hydrating one. So, only thing I hate about this one is it's really gunky. Like, look into the inside of the cap, if you can see in there, it's like, it's so disgusting, you guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the Dior one on one side, and I don't know if you all noticed on camera, but like the Soul and Body one is quite darker than the Dior one, so I'm putting both on my hand before I, put them on my face so you can see how much darker the Dior is than, the Soul Body is than the Dior one. Which I guess will work out. I bought the lightest shade in the dark category though, so I'm shocked that it is that dark. But that's not like it's a bad thing. I'm happy that it's darker, so that means I don't have to worry about, if the shade range is inclusive, because I feel like that's a pretty decent shade. I'm just randomly putting this on one side of my face. The only thing I hate about products like these is because you have to like guess and keep dipping back in. So it's not like you have a certain amount that you can put on and will work. It's like I'm gonna just have to keep dipping back in, child, till it works. I don't know. I'm gonna take this It Cosmetics brush. It's one of the ones that they normally have on sale during 21 Days of Beauty. And we just start putting this on the skin. And I know we're gonna have to do more than this layer, honey, because no. Probably by like 3. Especially since I spot conceal my face, but I wanted to see how the coverage on the ColourPop one was gonna be. But I really love the Dior foundation. Y'all know I just love Dior makeup in general. I just ordered the new Dior highlighter, and I'm excited. So this is what our face looks like for Dior, and this is what our face looks like for nothing. Let's go over to ColourPop side and give them their one, touch of foundation. See how that works out? See what I'm saying? Like, y'all, that is much darker than the Dior, but it's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and use the ColourPop Kabuki brush that I have here to put it on, and then we'll see how this goes. I feel like this one feels a little bit thicker than the Dior side, just initially putting it on my face. I mean, it does have that same water weight feel and texture to it. I just feel like for some reason it feels like a little bit of a gel and a little bit thicker than the Dior one did when I put it on. Hopefully you won't be able to tell that they're 2 different colors once I get like the rest of my makeup put on. Or, powder and concealer. But I feel like right now you can tell. Like, I feel like this side of my face looks darker than opposite this side of my face. So that's the only downside. But I do feel like the ColourPop one actually gave me more coverage than the Dior one. So that's interesting. But since the Dior one was a little bit more watery, I can't say I'm too surprised. I'm going to go in with a second layer of Dior just because this one layer is not about to cut it. Especially with that small amount that I picked. So, my bad. I use my index finger for Dior, and then I use my middle finger for ColourPop. I guess it's a good thing one is darker than another one, because that's the only way I'd be able to tell otherwise, most likely, and like texture of it, but it's probably been too late by then. Okay, so let's go back in with our It Cosmetics brush and get our second layer going. Okay, yeah, so I'm liking it a little better with the second layer. I would still like the spot concealer just because I can still see dark spots, but I feel like it's giving me a good light medium coverage, if you will. So now we're gonna go back in and give us another. Hold up, there's a little bit more on the back of my sponge. Guess I can just lightly tap over here on the side nose. It's just weird because I'm like, which foundation do I use to go down the middle of the nose, since we're doing a half and half foundation thing. But it's like, maybe I should just put no foundation on. I just put, as you saw, I just put foundation toward the side of my nose. I didn't go down the middle. So I'm going to just go down the middle with concealer and then we can call it a day. But now we're gonna go in with this another pump of the ColourPop one. I feel like with this second pump, it should definitely give me like the high medium coverage instead of a low medium coverage like Dior is doing. But I love the finish of the Dior one. Not that I don't love the finish of the ColourPop one too, because it's nice as well. Okay, this stuff on my nose. The only thing is, since this was squirty too, but I feel like I've been squirting out more with the ColourPop side than I have with the Dior side, and like obviously that's not gonna make it even and fair, but you know, since it has the kind of pump it does, and the Dior one has kind of a hard pump, I can't really control that too much. But it's going my ColourPop sponge. I mean brush now. Go the rest of this put on. I mean, I definitely can see a difference in person. I don't know if you all can really see it too much on camera, but I can see it for sure. But the good thing is I'm putting it on the side of my face that is darker than the rest of my body, because this is the side that sits in traffic in the window. So I try to make sure I put it on that side on purpose so it'll blend in with the normal color of my skin on that side for right now a little bit better. But I feel like you can definitely see a difference. Like, can y'all see how much darker and redder this side is than the other side? Or is it just me? So I'm hoping I don't look crazy when I go to work and you see the line on my face, because honey, I'm not trying to do that. So now it's time to conceal. I am going to take the video y'all saw Friday, the Catrice video, and we're gonna go ahead and use this as our concealer. This will be like the 4th or 5th time I used it. I'm still trying to form an opinion on it. I mean, it's okay for $6, but I'm trying to decide if even for $6 if I feel like I should necessarily recommend it or not. Just because when you own as much makeup as I do, it's like you can afford to be picky. So there goes all our lovely concealer. I'm gonna head take this brush and just start blending it on out. I've been trying to lightly blend it out lately with a brush instead of just like going in with a sponge, because I feel like I leave more coverage behind and get better coverage when I do use the brush technique instead of sponge. That's why I started using brushes a while ago, because I feel like it airbrushed it out a little bit better, and then whatever I feel like I didn't airbrush out that well, I could just take my, you know, sponge and go over it and smooth out the edges and whatnot. But that's why I usually just do the brush now. If you haven't noticed, that's why. I take lines and just lightly go over it. Not try to go over it too much. Just go around the edges and try to do a wannabe buff type situation. I'm just going through the concealer process with you all so you can see how it lightens up the foundation on this side, because I was curious to see how it was gonna work out and if it was gonna make the face look even all around, so it won't be as noticeable that I have on 2 different concealers. So that's the reason why we're concealing on camera. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't go through this step with you. I just let you see what the finish looked like and tell you what concealer I put on. But I'm doing this because this side of the face I felt like looked darker than this when we started off, and I'm hoping we can make it look even. And I want you to see how I made it look even, so if you have an issue like this, you'll know what to do, sis. Okay. Okay, so I got the Colored Rain one in Mocha Queen. That's one shade darker than I actually needed, but I got it now, so it's too late. And I've already done reviewing and everything, and I told y'all I was going to use it summertime, so I'll be using it now. It just bronze up the skin quite nicely, like so. Got some commentary videos I was going to film as well. Like, I might do those tonight. I don't know. I'm trying to get as much stuff done tonight as possible, because it's like I don't plan on coming back over here till like Sunday night, perhaps, because I have to go get gas to be able to go to work for the rest of the week. And I think this is a gorgeous color for me, like I said, in the summertime. But it's like, I can't imagine wearing this in the wintertime at all. I feel like I would be like just way too bronze, and that would be doing way too much. So that's why I'm doing it now. Now we're gonna start blending out this contour. Because if I remember correctly, this one doesn't like you to let it sit too long before it starts, you know, not want to blend it off. So I'm like, let's not get crazy and leave it on there too long. And then, you know. Wait, no, that wasn't this one. Sorry, that was the Kiko Milano one. But y'all haven't seen that video yet, so my bad. But you will have seen that one before you see this one, so does it really matter? No. Funny thing is, I can't find that Kiko Milano concealer. It's like, I was helping one of my family members do their makeup before we went out to JCPenney, because she loves to shop at JCPenney. So I did her makeup, and I had it in the bathroom with me, but it was like after I got done doing her makeup, then I couldn't find it. I don't know what I did with it, but it just magically disappeared. Okay, we're gonna take this sponge. This bunch of things. And bring some concealer down. And right now I'm just patting. So I blend everything out. I'm lightly patting underneath there, not too much, because the point of having concealer is for the dark circles. So if I pat too much, it'll take away the coverage, and then you'll see the dark circles. Which is not what we want. When you put in too much work for the dark circles, if you can. I hate that I have these lines in my eye, but I mean, something I can't help, so I'm just trying to work with it as best I can. Okay. So I'm gonna go off camera and powder my face and whatever, and I'll catch up with y'all before it's time for me to leave and go handle business. Okay? Okay. So I've returned after many hours, where as usual, it is like, hold please, 4 a.m. exactly. How about that? So this is what we looking like. I was too lazy to change my eyeshadow from the Battle of the I did, so you can tell me which eye you like if this goes up before the Battle of the. I'm pretty sure it will, because it's about the new Dior highlighter that just came out, so we want to make sure we get up on that. Anyway, let me zoom in. So we got 2 different foundations on and 2 different foundation powders on, so you can tell me which side you like better. I'm about to look myself, and then I'm gonna decide which side I like best. Okay, let's see. This is the drugstore more affordable side, and then this is the more expensive high-end side. I don't know why this mirror is fogged, so let's see if I can find one that isn't fogged. Hold please. Okay, that's better, yeah. So I feel like my face looks pretty much about the same though. That's the weird part. Now the eyes, obviously I like this eye better than this one, just because this is more blue and this is more like smoky, bluish, grayish toned, if you will. But I feel like both the sides of the face look the same. I feel like the highlighter held up really well. Like, look at this, all this glow right up in here. Look at it, girl. It's still glowing and looking nice, and I had on a mask for like over 8 hours. So definitely feeling the highlighter, but I mean, I'll be really surprised. I am. I love Dior makeup. It's one of my favorite like luxury makeup houses, along with fashion houses. So I'm not surprised about that. I probably got so much glitter on my lips, but I did have on the Desmond and Katie lip gloss earlier, and well, I'm assuming that's why all this glitter is still on my lips. I don't know. I got more videos of him, y'all, so I'm gonna be up again probably like 5, 6 in the morning when the sun comes up, even though it's 4 now and it's not even up. Then I'm gonna go home because I got stuff I gotta do, and I still gotta go work. But I definitely think that both the foundations are comparable to each other. I just grabbed the wrong color in the ColourPop one, because remember y'all, this is ColourPop side and the Sephora Micro Smoothing Powder, and this is the Dior and the MAC side. So I feel like they look quite comparable to each other, but you all can let me know what you think down below. I put spot concealer on both sides just because I feel like I'm not getting as much coverage as I would like, but that's just a usual thing for me. It's not like it's anything new. I feel like that's pretty much it. Yeah, just depends on what your price point is and what you prefer. I am going to use both since I paid for both, but I actually don't have a preference between both of them other than liking the Dior because it's closer to my skin tone and matches it better, and it's the summertime, and I feel like this one is still a little darker. But that's pretty much it. So those are my thoughts. I do like the Dior highlighter. I had to like have it warm up on my skin for me to like it a little bit better, because when I first bought the color, if you all saw, it's not a traditional color that I bought, so I wasn't necessarily feeling it that great to begin with, but I like it now. So and of course it has that great Dior formula to it, so you know, it's not like the glittery one that comes in the 4-pan palettes. It's more of a smooth textured one. Think of like a higher end version of the Makeup by Mario highlighters I reviewed. That's the vibe that it gives me. So those are my thoughts. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Be blessed. Bye, girl.